Hello, everybody. How are you guys? Let's do another lyrics explained video. This time I'm going to explain the lyrics of How Do You Sleep by Sam Smith. Now, Sam Smith, of course, one of the greatest singing talents right now. Okay? They're stars, and they're stars with talent. I mean, that didn't come out quite right. What I'm saying is, there's some singers that are really that didn't come out. That didn't come out quite right. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. What I'm saying is that well, let's put it this way. Let's go to the acting world. I can explain it better. So you have some great actors and you have movie stars. Movie stars are just people that have charisma and pop off the screen and people love to see them. And they have some acting talent. Then you have great actors, phenomenal actors, but they don't have that X factor that makes a major movie star. Same way. Is this working? Is any of this working, me explaining this? Same way in the world of music, you have singing stars, and then you have great singers. Well, Sam Smith is both, right? Because he has that X factor that makes him, gives him that star quality, makes him a major rock star. So what's going on with this song? What is it all about? I mean, how do you sleep? What is he talking about? Well, listen, guys. As we know, sleep is so important, and for years, it was neglected in terms of medical care and general health advice and guidelines, best practices, right? Because there's this whole idea of being an overachiever, you'd hear the word multi-talented, multitasking. That was the big thing for a long time. Multitasking. I can do 7 things at once. Guess what? You can't. I'm going to learn while I sleep. I'm going to listen to Spanish tapes under my pillow and learn while I sleep. No. You got to sleep when you sleep. You shouldn't be in Spanish class. This is Spanish class, and this is Spanish study, and this is sleeping time. So sleep has emerged. Remember when Arianna Huffington was talking about sleep? Sleep is so important, she said. When you first heard that, you're like, well, okay, great, and water is wet. But of course, she was on the right track. Sleep is so important. And in the last few years, sleep has emerged as a major health guideline, a major health best practice. And your doctor will recommend that you get more sleep. In fact, they'll ask you, how much sleep are you getting? Your therapist will ask you, well, how much sleep are you getting? Okay? Everybody's asking, how much sleep are you getting? And the answer is probably not enough. We're not getting enough sleep, and that's what Sam Smith is saying in this song. How do you sleep? Okay? How do you get rest when you're treating me the way you do? Because if you're gonna treat me the way you do, lying, okay, two-faced, not respecting my boundaries, if that's gonna how you gonna do your life, how do you sleep? How do you possibly get any sleep? I mean, it's hard enough to get sleep. I mean, the thing now is to get a mattress that it's easy to sleep, like a Purple or a Seals and Crofts or whatever that one is, Needle and Thread it's called, I think, or Casper. You know, you get these foam mattresses sent in the mail. You uncoil it like a burrito, and it's supposed to change the way you sleep. There's this one. They have a number. You dial a number on your bed, and you can have one number and your partner can have another number. So everybody's got their number. You might as well put your number that you use for sleeping on your Tinder profile, so that you can, so that they can gauge how that will mesh with their number. Because even though they're separate numbers, they're still right next to each other, and if the numbers are too different, then you might have difficulty in the relationship. That's what Sam Smith is saying. He's saying that sleep, the way you sleep, how you approach sleep, how you think about sleep, is ultimately tied to how the relationship builds, how the relationship grows, and the communication that you'll have in the relationship. And not only that, when it breaks down and the real world comes out and your evil tendencies emerge once again that you've kept submerged in the beginning of a relationship, he's asking, well, how do you sleep? How do you sleep when you're such an evil being? How do you sleep when you don't tip? You're not tipping. Okay, how do you sleep when you don't be nice to the Uber driver? How do you sleep when you go to the mall and you go to the Sunglass Hut and they don't have the exact style you want, so you leave in a huff and you give them the hand wave as you strut away? Okay, that's what he said. How do you possibly sleep? Do you sleep on a Casper? Do you sleep on a Purple? Do you sleep on one of those Seals and Crofts or threads? What's it called? Needle and threads? He just wants to know. He's just asking the question. Do you sleep on a waterbed? Maybe you have a 1980s, 1970s waterbed that you've slept on for years and you don't want to give it up. Okay? That's what this song is all about, guys. So it's operating on several levels. It's operating on the basic level of how do you possibly sleep. In other words, what time do you go to bed? Do you set the alarm? Do you count on your own personal internal alarm clock? All right. Is the dog in the bed? Does the cat sleep on your head? Which sounds like that could be the next Sam Smith song. Is the dog in your bed? Is your cat on your head? He'd probably work that a little better, right? He's a star. He's a major star. So, guys, I hope that helps. So many people are asking me about this song because it's multifaceted, and I hope I broke it down for you. I hope that helps.